Welcome to a soothing ASMR session. Bake a sweet pie with delicious apples. Today, we'll transform crisp, fresh apples into a warm, comforting dessert with every step captured in relaxing sounds. From slicing the apples to rolling out the dough, enjoy the satisfying rhythms of pie making, village style. Let's dive into this sweet and calming baking experience. As you can see, I'm gathering red apples from our garden, each one ripe and full of sweet, juicy flavor. The orchard is peaceful, with the gentle rustle of leaves as I pick each apple by hand. These fresh apples will be the heart of our pie, bringing a natural sweetness that only garden-grown fruit can offer. With the basket now full of apples, I take a moment to gather some fresh flowers as well. Their vibrant colors and delicate fragrance add a touch of natural beauty to our cooking space. These simple joys of the garden bring warmth and charm to the day, making our pie-making experience even more special. I bring everything over to the table and begin arranging a beautiful flower bouquet. Each bloom adds a splash of color and life to our workspace, creating a lovely, welcoming atmosphere. This bouquet will brighten our table as we bake, adding to the warmth and joy of creating something special from our garden's gifts. Next, I begin washing the red apples, rinsing away any bits of garden dust, and bringing out their natural shine. Each apple looks vibrant and ready, their fresh scent filling the air as I prepare them for our sweet pie. Clean and crisp, these apples are perfect for baking into a delicious, comforting treat. With the apples now clean, I start peeling and cutting them into slices. Each slice reveals the juicy, crisp flesh inside, releasing a sweet aroma that fills the air. These freshly prepared apples will be the star of our pie, bringing a natural sweetness and tenderness to every bite. As I cut the apples into small cubes, the chickens nearby start clucking and playing around, adding a lively background to our quiet task. Their cheerful presence brings a touch of joy to the moment, reminding us of the simple pleasures of life on the farm. These playful sounds add warmth to our peaceful pie-making day. Our beautiful ducks and chickens wander around the grass, their colorful feathers standing out against the green backdrop. They move together, pecking and exploring, adding life and charm to the garden. With a bit of butter melting gently in the pan, I add the chopped apples, letting them sizzle as they soak up the rich, buttery goodness. The apples start to soften, their natural sweetness intensifying with every moment, creating a warm, fragrant base for our pie filling. The sound of the apples cooking is comforting, signaling that this pie is coming together perfectly. I sprinkle some sugar over the apples to enhance their sweetness, allowing the sugar to dissolve into the butter and apples, creating a lovely syrupy glaze. The apples begin to caramelize slightly, giving off a warm, inviting aroma that makes the whole kitchen feel cozy and sweet. While the apples cook and soak up the sweetness, I begin preparing the dough for the pie. The flour, butter, and a pinch of salt come together as I mix and knead, creating a smooth, soft dough. This dough will form the perfect base and crust for our apple pie, ready to encase the warm caramelized apples once they're done cooking. The dough is coming together beautifully, but the caramelized apples are now perfectly cooked, so I take them off the fire. The apples have absorbed the buttery sweetness and are tender with a hint of golden caramel. The rich, warm filling is now ready to be placed inside the pie, bringing all the ingredients together for the perfect homemade dessert. Check out how delicious this apple jam looks. The apples have turned into a thick, glossy mixture with a beautiful golden hue, glistening with caramelized sweetness. It's the perfect filling, rich and inviting, ready to be poured into the pie crust for that extra burst of flavor in every bite. I start flattening the dough, rolling it out into a smooth, even layer. The texture feels just right as I stretch it to fit the pie dish, making sure it's thin enough to hold the delicious apple filling, but thick enough to create a sturdy, buttery crust. The dough is soft and pliable, promising a perfectly golden, flaky finish once baked. Now, I carefully add the caramelized apple filling onto the dough, spreading it evenly across the surface. The apples sit perfectly atop the crust, with their rich, golden color shining through. The sweet, buttery aroma fills the air, making the anticipation of the finished pie even sweeter. Check out the beautiful farm scenery, with chickens and ducks happily playing around the grass. Their playful movements bring a sense of tranquility to the surroundings, and the lush green landscape adds to the peaceful atmosphere. It's moments like these that remind us of the simple joys of farm life. I add another layer of dough on top of the apple jam, gently pressing the edges to seal in the delicious filling. The pie is now fully assembled, ready to go into the oven. As it bakes, the dough will turn golden and flaky, and the sweet apple filling will bubble up, creating a perfect homemade pie. The pie is perfectly baked, golden, and crisp, and I head to the table where my husband has filled our glasses with delicious, refreshing fruit juice. The sweet scent of the freshly baked pie fills the air as we sit down to enjoy this homemade treat, surrounded by the beauty of our farm and the joy of sharing a meal together. As I slice into the pie, the warm, caramelized apples peek out from the flaky crust, making it look absolutely delicious. The sweet aroma fills the air, and we can hardly wait to take that first bite. It's the perfect balance of buttery crust and juicy, flavorful apples. Truly a treat worth savoring. While we enjoy this delicious meal, check out the 2 videos on screen for more glimpses into our village life. From farm to table, there's always something special happening here, and we'd love for you to be part of it.